Right, just another update. I went in work today and it was terrible. The wind was horrible. I was working inside on a new refurbishment on an office block, but I was the last person on site, so it was quite nice. But there were some areas that were pretty cold, and the wind was whistling through a side door every time this side door opened up. Wasn't nice, but other than that, early finish. Came back home, got the heater going, got a lemsip with some honey in it. I'm still, I say about 70% okay. I'm not firing on 4 cylinders because sometimes simple tasks are frustrating when you've been ill. You know, because I do really tedious work, really detailed repair work on buildings, and sometimes you think to yourself, what am I doing? Shouldn't have come in today. But anyway, I'm having the rest of the week off. That means I've only done about 3/4 of a day's work. And plus, like when you're ill and you're driving, you're not as alert. That's what I notice anyway. So I'm just going to take the rest of the week off, take it easy, and just play trains. But today I've been tidying up Train Controller 9, all the dials, all the train windows, making it look a lot easier on the eye. Let's see if we can point something out. Like the dials, I've made these look a lot nicer to look at. More highlight the numbers, make them bigger. I've got 2 nice ones there for the 2 main lines, and then the third one would be the smaller main line. So I've got 3 cabs going. The track plan is I've changed the dark blue and yellow points, and then I've got the timetable on the right hand side, engines and trains there, and the timetable clock, and the dispatcher window there on the right hand side. All looks a lot nicer. So I'm going to start timetable in a minute and just get things going just to show. I've got my electronics kit on the desk at the moment. I have this set up periodically. I have it on and off. Each time I set up equipment, I try different equipment out and mess around and experiment with sounds. I've shown this in the past, I think. That's the mixer recording. You can record into that, or you can record through that into the computer. That's a controller, keyboard. You don't get any sounds out of this. This is purely for controlling other equipment, like this sequencer, drum machine. Got another little tiny synthesizer there, an effects module which I'm going to wire up, and an analog bass synthesizer there. So just having a mess around with that at the moment as well. Been tidying up all the YouTube videos, all my backup YouTube videos which I've got backed up are all scattered across 3 hard drives. So I've spent about a whole day sorting out all my backup YouTube videos and all the how-to videos. There's hundreds of thousands of hours worth of videos, probably footage, editing and all the rest of it, and plus other things as well on this hard drive. And I've got another backup hard drive as well, and I usually back them up to DVD in another way as well. So I've been tidying all that up as well across all the different hard drives, external hard drives, internal hard drives that I've got on the main computer, which is down there. I'm going to open that up and try and have a look to see what sort of chip to put in that. I'm going to do that next as well. So that's where we're up to. Anyway, I'm going to start. Let's start the clock. So all it is one simple press of a button, start the clock, and then that'll do a 2.5 hour sequence, and then you can freeze it. You don't have to leave it running for 2.5 hours. You can freeze it and then come back to it, but all the train movements will run and then they'll go back to exactly where they were, and it's a 2.5 hour cycle, I think it is anyway. So start the clock clock. I should get some train movements going in a minute. It's 1 minute past. I think 2 minutes past. Yeah, I should have a diesel rail car refueling in a minute and 2 trains coming out of the station. Sometimes if I have sound enabled profiles, it'll be doing a start-up sequence, but if I've not got the sound chips enabled, it just takes a little bit. It looks like it's not working, but it is. See what happens there now. Should have something happening. Clock's running at 2 times speed. There we go, there's all the routes set. All the clocks and dials, everything's moving. It's just amazing to watch. I mean, I'm sort of addicted to this software. I've been using it. I use it virtually every day for the last God knows how many years. I know it's expensive software, train controller, but I think it's worth every penny. Because it just works, it just does what it's supposed to do once you understand how to work it. So I might be upgrading to train controller 10, I'm not sure yet. Can have a look at that. I've got the Z21 powered up at the moment, and that's working with the Ecos in command. The railjet there. I've got the railjet, I've got the camera in the railjet running backwards at the moment, as you can see there. I can still work the railjet. I can take control over the railjet manually, even though it's on automation. Or you can control it on there if you want. There's various different ways you can do it. But this works quite nice. A bit weird watching it go backwards. Normally see trains running forwards, but it's on a push-pull. It's quite nice to see. You get a little bit of lag on this system, but like there, I've got a lag there, but it's not. I'm not bothered. I can live with that. It's fine. It's all technology, and it still works perfect. It still looks good. You can see the trains running around there now. All running smoothly. Yeah, so that's that. So that's what's been happening at the moment. I've got a little makeshift workstation there with the ESU cradle, and I'm just going to show taking that model apart, which I bought last couple of days ago, which is really nice. I'm so glad I bought it. It's a stunning logo. I'm just going to put Lock Sound 5 in it if I can, because I like all the unusual liveries on the Taurus locos. Got quite a few of them. Put the drivers in the K-Bay loco. The oh god, is it an S36? I can't remember now. I just always forget the numbers on that loco. It's a bloody stunning loco. Look at that. It's absolutely stunning. Hang on. You can get better. There we go. Too bright. There we go. That has got to be one of my favourite locos, that. Yeah, so everything's running nice on the layout. I've had a few problems with couple of wires snagged and I've had to resolder a couple of wires, but that happens on layouts. There's always something you need to do, something breaks, something snags. And my wiring underneath the table, it's not great, it's pretty horrendous. I mean, it works, but it's not tied up. I need to tie it all up properly and make it neater. But I do like it loose. I like the wiring loose so I can get to stuff that easy and just adjust things and pull things out. Like I've recently just pulled out all the signal lights on the end of the station. I didn't really like how they look, so I'm going to change that around a bit. Sorry, I'm rambling on now. Yeah, two of my most favourite trains are the Railjet and the both Austrian trains, and the 175th anniversary version of it. They're just really nice trains to look at. The colouring on them. Just beautiful. I just sit here and watch these run all day long, they're brilliant. Anyway, I'm going to let these run now and have a look at the inside of that Loco. Let's have a look at this now. Apparently I've opened these up in the past. Just really carefully pull them apart. So very careful. There we go. The body comes off. Really nice. You got operational pantographs on this. Beautiful body. And then I'll just put that aside. Let's have a look at this. So we've got a sound chamber. .21 blanking socket there. I don't know, I thought it had an 8-pin interface as well, but I can't see one. So it's going to be a 21-pin lock sound 5 decoder, I think I'm going to put in here. Yeah. And probably put a sound speaker. You can put a sound, put a speaker in there, take that off, it's all prepped for sound. Yeah, it's not as good as Roco. These are not as nowhere near as well made as Roco, but they're still alright for what they are. So it's going to be a 21 pin. Yeah, so that'll be on order tomorrow, that now.